Hey, you. You're finally awake.
G'day Smut Squad and welcome back to the channel. So I reached out on the community tab and asked some of you guys what you thought were the most overrated NES games, because I wanted to have a little bit of fun. And yes, some of you did get back in touch, so thank you very much. So I'm going to go through your comments and give my thoughts about this. Now, I'll make this very clear. If your name does pop up and I start ripping you to absolute pieces, it's just for a laugh. Do not take what I say personally, and feel free to rip the piss out of me in the comments below. And in reality, this is probably akin to how I actually am on the podcast rather than here on YouTube. But if this works, we can always do other consoles and other games and have some more fun. Now, if you do like this and you want to help the channel, please hit that like and hype button, as that is what helps the channel grow. You can also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be told new videos are coming out. We do have the weekly podcast, and you can also join the Smut Squad at our free Discord, and the link in the description below. Just remember, everybody, this is just for fun. Don't take it personally. Let's get into it, shall we? Your thoughts on the most overrated NES games. Duan Menezes 399 says, Super Mario Bros. Same level design and same boss at the end of every level is boring. Super Mario Bros. 2 and 3 is levels above the first game. I don't know why it should be so much definitely way better games to play than that one. No, Super Mario Bros. Is not overrated. It's a fun game. It's literally the template to how gaming even works these days. Yes, okay, same level design and same boss at the end because it is Bowser. I have no idea how he's able to come out the lava, but that's a question for another day. It's not boring. You're boring. And also Super Mario Bros. 2. No, it's not levels above the first game. I hate Super Mario Bros. 2. Super Mario Bros. 2 sucks balls. It does. It's not. We all know it's not even a Mario game. It's Doki Doki Panic. 3, okay, yes, that is miles above the first one, because it is. Super Behave, Duan. Dejuan, I don't know how you pronounce that name, I'm sorry. But either way, Super Mario Bros. 2 is poo. That's going to cause controversy in itself. I hate that game, I really do. Bill Cook 4768 says, Metroid, it starts a great series, but the original is very rough. I could completely agree with that one. I'm not shouting at you, Bill, for this one. The first one's rough. It is. And I think maybe because I've played Zero Mission, so going back to this, it's hard. Don't get me wrong, it's a great game in the sense of how it started everything, and obviously revealing Samus at the end, but it is a bit rough. It's a bit hard to play after you've played Super Metroid, which is what set the series into the stratosphere, and other Metroid games, and then you go back to its origins, you're like, ah. You can go back to Mario Brothers and still have a good time, Dwan. But this, it's hard. Just play Zero Mission instead. Hydrogen Snakes 12 says, it's hard to be overcritical of NES games. Well, that is, no, you can always pick on some games. Many of them were deliberately frustrating because of how short they were, but that's what they had to be done to make sure people kept playing them. If I had to pick one, maybe the original Castlevania. It's a good game, but it's also an early NES game, and there are much better platformers which came after it. Right. I agree, other platformers came out later, like Castlevania 3, which were better than this. You're saying the original Castlevania is overrated? No! What? Wash your mouth out with soap. That's an outrageous thing to say. I played this. It's still awesome. Yes, we know that Simon jumps like an absolute moron. This game is still cool. It looks good. The music's good. The gameplay's good. It is. Is it hard? I don't think it's overly difficult. Once you get it all down, it's fine. There are much harder games, Ninja Gaiden, which we'll be talking about. This is not that bad. Hydrogen Snake, go have a look at yourself in the mirror and judge your own life, because you're wrong, my friend. Absolutely wrong. Timestamp 3919 says, tons could fit in here since the NES games were overrated in general. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a bold statement, but I'll say Legend of Zelda. It was unbelievably good for its time, I'm sure, because there's not much close to it in terms of scope and execution. People could take their time exploring and making maps, and checking the one that came with it, and talking with each other to exchange tips and rumours, read Nintendo Power, etc. Nowadays that experience is lost and can only be particularly artificially recreated by simply not looking up on the internet, what locations to use bombs and getting on with it. And even at the time the controls were pretty rigid, but again not much to compare then. Good luck getting back to Legend of Zelda after playing almost anything else. Sounds like I hate it or don't respect it, but I do. Legend of Zelda is historically important and not the worst game even ever today. But don't believe everyone who says it's still great. Just play Link to the Past. Look, you're not wrong. You're not wrong with some of it, okay? I just play Link to the Past. I don't like Link to the Past. I think what made Legend of Zelda good, I think what would make this game good is lack of internet. You remove the lack of internet, this game is not overrated. And I think it's just because of the fact you can make your own map. You even said it yourself, how cool's that? I'm going to do that with my daughter. We're going to make the original Legend of Zelda map. Only because I know she likes drawing. She can't play video games that well at the moment. But how cool will it be? Said, right, come on, Hiccups. That's her nickname before anyone questions it. And it's not her real name. I didn't call her Hiccups. We could say, let's play Legend of Zelda together, but we're going to make a big map. We're going to make it an art project. Although it'll be quite frustrating when I want to get to the next bit and she's like, I've not done the map yet. Oh, for God's sake, I just want to go to the next tile. Hurry up. I think that will make this game cool. I don't think it's overrated. Yes, it can be quite difficult to go back to it when you've got other Zeldas. Although Link to the Past, I will continually say I don't like that game because he continually walks around like he's got a cock up his arse or he needs to make poo. Now you've seen that image, it's in your head. It's there. But, yeah. I also just go back to your first statement. NES games overrated in general? Really? Really? I know you comment all the time, timestamp, so you'll come back at me, which is fine. I am here for it. Hit me hard. I like it. Andre Verlol, I'm like Ron Burgundy, I just read it as it says. The most overrated NES game is blowing into the cartridges. I am going to raise my hand and call bullshit, Andre. I know you're laughing there, but look, to be honest, we all did it. We all did it. Everyone blew into the cartridges. We all know he should now know. Oh no, we're not allowed to do that. It actually makes the game worse if you do that. As if we all sit there with like alcohol solution and Q-tips to be able to do that. And who knew that back when we were kids? The only solution we all knew was to blow in the cartridge. And honestly, it was the biggest lottery ever. Game's not working, blow into the console, blow into the cartridge, and hope to God it works. So you probably made it worse. But my God, was it an amazing experience when you couldn't get a game to work and all of a sudden, bing, it suddenly comes back on. Oh, you felt like an absolute god. Did you ever tell your parents what was going on? No, you just did it because that is what literally God gave you the tools to do. He gave you a brain. We came from monkeys, and monkey says blow in the cartridge. So it wasn't an overrated NES game. It was absolutely perfect science that cannot be questioned to this day. Tessa says Super Mario Bros. 3. It's good, but it's far from being one of the greatest games ever made, or even one of the greatest Mario games. Oof. Oof. Oof, Tessa. Look, I don't think it's overrated. I think it's perfect in every single way. As a video game, it's quality. Like the design, the world, the music, the stages, the difficulty curve. Originally, when I did that, I said difficulty curve, so I had to redo that again. I think this is a great game, and I do think it's one of the greatest Mario games. It's just fun. Like, you could jump back into this game and have an absolute great time, and it's still really challenging. I wish more Mario games were challenging like this. I wish they'd bring back some of the power-ups in this game, although they probably brought back everything now, really, haven't they? The raccoon tail, the tanuki tail, that's all been back, hasn't it? So, I think we've had it. Has the frog suit been back? Some more come back at me and said, yeah, the frog suit's been back. But I just love this game. It's better than Super Mario Bros. 2. I just think this is awesome. I think, Tessa, you are wrong. You are incorrect. I think, Tessa, you are wrong and need to go home and reevaluate your life choices. And if anyone thinks I'm being realistic about that, shut up. You know I'm not. Dan Bois, 3669. Now, I know you comment a lot as well. I think the only truly overrated thing about the NES is the term NES hard. Yes, there are hard games, but they become easy if you play them and stop crying about them being hard. I got 3 million points in Contra and I'm just some dude. Ooh, my name's Dan and I got 3 million points in Contra. Look how cool I am. No, shut up, Dan. Shut up. No, NES hard is a thing. It is. Battletoads, Ninja Gaiden, absolutely true statements, because back in those days, games had to last you because they didn't want you just renting it from a video store and getting that shit done really quick. And yeah, some of these games are brutally difficult. Those two I've just mentioned. I've never even seen the end of Battletoads. I've seen it once when someone got past level 3. I was at PAX and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, what? That's not the first 3 levels of Battletoad. What is that? Because someone had managed to do it. I was just gobsmacked. And yes, I've played Ninja Gaiden. And no, that is absolutely brutal. And there's a glitch in there. If you die at the final boss, it sends you not only back to the end of the boss, not only back to the end of the level, but the end of the world. And it's absolutely brutal to get there. So that is literally the definition of NES hard. Whether they meant that glitch or not, I don't care. It's absolutely ridiculously hard. So Dan, no. NES hard is a thing. You don't hear of Master System hard, you don't hear of Game Boy hard, Saturn hard. You can be hard. Yeah, that might get me in trouble. But you don't hear these things. Definitely hear with NES hard, do you? Because it's a thing. And you can't deny it. If you are, you're lying to yourself. Truly overrated. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Sony Gamer77 says, Mega Man 2. I don't know what complexes me more. The fact that you even said Mega Man 2, or the fact it was required to translate into English, and then when you do hit translate to English, it just comes out with Mega Man 2. Sony Gamer, you've put that out there for me to rage. I'm not raging to this. Without any explanation, I need more. But I just picked it because I thought, no, shush. Mega Man 2 is one of the greatest games ever made. It is a quality Mega Man. I only got into the Mega Man series in the past year or so, and it's beautiful. I have so much fun with it, it's great. It built on everything the first one did and made it better, and it's hard to replicate it since until you start getting to the X series of X1 and X2, not X3, and it's so good. Don't come at me with your Sony Gamer stuff. Maybe we should start doing that. Actually, that's the question for the day, okay? What do you think is the most overrated PlayStation 1 game and why? You did this, Sony Gamer 77. You did this. We're after you now. Okay, I want to hear what is the most overrated PlayStation 1 game and why. You can say whatever you want. I know someone's going to say Final Fantasy VII just to get me angry, and it will, believe me. But you can put whatever you want in there. If you want to bait me, fine. I will accept the bait. I'll be that fish in the sea, and I will eat it. But I'll also pull on that rod so hard I'll bring you with me. We're going on a tangent here. Leave me alone. But either way, that's the last one I'm doing. Okay? This is an experiment, just to see if you guys liked it. I hope you did. Until then, I'll see you all. We'll get back to normal proceedings with normal video. But as I said, let me know what your overrated PS1 games are. And if you did like this, we can always do more of them. Until then, I'll see you all in a few days. My name's been Danny. Bye-bye.